Hey, grade. We are going to be wrapping up our fourth chapter today, looking at lessons 4 and 5. So hearing sound and then using sound. And then we'll have a test on Thursday. So key questions from lesson 4, how do your ears work? And from lesson 5, how do animals and people use sound? So your ear gathers sound waves and sends information about sound to your brain. Has 3 main sections: the outer ear, the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. Each has a different function. So the outer ear funnels sound waves, the middle ear transmits the waves inward, and the inner ear converts sound waves into a form that travels to your brain. Then a couple different parts to your ear. You have the ear canal, which is a narrow region leading from the outside of the human ear to the eardrum. Your eardrum is a small, tightly stretched, drum-like membrane, and your cochlea is a liquid-filled cavity shaped like a snail shell. So then a couple other things with hearing. So hearing loss can occur suddenly if the eardrum is damaged or punctured. And then, as we talked about with the decibels, extended exposure to loud sounds can also damage ear cells. I believe that should be. Let me double check that. Sorry. Okay, sorry. That is supposed to be hair cells. So extended exposure to loud sounds can also damage hair cells, and you actually have hair cells in your ears. Okay, so what about from lesson 5? So echolocation is the use of reflected sound waves to determine distances or to locate objects. Every time I hear the word echolocation, I can't help but think of Finding Dory. So if you've seen that, you know what I'm talking about. With Destiny, she has to use echolocation. So some animals, including bats and dolphins, use echolocation to navigate and find food. In ultrasound, sound waves with frequencies above the normal human range of hearing. People use ultrasound technologies such as sonar and ultrasound imaging to observe things that they cannot see directly. So maybe you have a mom or sibling or aunt or cousin or something that's had a baby. When they go for an ultrasound and they use the ultrasound imaging to see see the baby, that's when you hear the heartbeat, because you can't see it, or excuse me, you can't hear it or see it directly. So sonar is a system that uses reflected sound waves to detect and locate objects underwater. Sonar stands for sound, navigation, and ranging. Ranging means finding the distance between the objects, and you do that the speed of sound in water times time. So the last thing is a sonogram, which is a picture created by a device that uses reflected waves. So our vocabulary from both lessons: ear canal is a narrow region leading from the outside of the human ear to the eardrum. An eardrum is a small, tightly stretched, drum-like membrane. A cochlea, the liquid-filled cavity shaped like a snail shell. Echolocation is the use of reflected sound waves to determine distances or to locate objects. An ultrasound, sound waves with frequencies above the normal human range of hearing. And a sonogram is a picture created by a device that uses reflected waves. So assignment is to complete the modal questions for lessons 4 and 5. Please read each question carefully and double check what answer you selected. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, like I said, we'll have a test on Thursday.